All right, everybody, we're hopping back into another series or another video in the series of So You Summoned. It's not a Should You Summoned, it's You've Already Summoned, and you got this Evolution Blue Vegeta, and you're wondering, where can I use this guy? How can I use this guy? And that's what I'm here to show you. So, first off, let's hop into his leader skill. Powerful comeback or reps of Universe 7, Key plus 3, HP attack and defense 170%. This is not the worst leader skill ever. I'll be honest, powerful comeback is pretty solid. The issue is really just this Vegeta is past his time. He is 2 years old at this point, and he just does not have the defensive capabilities to really keep up in the current meta. That being said, I know some people have been able to clear some really tough red zone stages with this guy on their team because of his revive, and just his general damage reduction pairs well with items. So if you don't mind using like a Whis every now and again to really protect this guy whenever he's on rotation, you know, you can get this guy built up to where, you know, if you need to revive, you can, and I know some people have gotten use out of that. So this guy is built just like the UI Goku, but he does have a few differences, so we're going to get into that. First off, let's look at his leader skill though. Powerful comeback. I mean, this is a solid leader skill. Compared to UI Goku, powerful comeback, UI Goku has Miraculous Awakening, which is really not very good. Powerful comeback here has some really solid characters. Sadly, you probably just want to be running this guy as the leader, though, who should be coming back during the worldwide celebration at the end of the month. So this is probably your de facto powerful comeback leader. But, you know, Carnival Goku can also be run as it, but it's going to be a little risky running two of him. That's a topic for another time. But, you know, you have this character who's a top 10 unit in the game, this unit is a top 10 unit in the game, this unit who's a top 10 unit in the game, and you can see, like just with that, this unit's a top 10 unit in the game. So, like, just with those already, this guy is still, like, pretty good. This guy can be solid, so, you know, like, there's already a lot of characters on here that I look at this and I go, wow, okay, Powerful Comeback does actually have some, you know, real hitters on it that maybe if you needed to for, like, a mission or something and all you had was this Vegeta, you probably could run him as a leader and then bring a friend like this guy or a friend this guy, and you could really make this team work. So, you know, if you absolutely had to run this guy as a leader for, like, a Powerful Comeback mission, I think you could. It would just depend on the event. Like, obviously, if you're going up against a really tough physical boss, you may not be able to do it, but, you know, I think there is some viability to be able to run this guy as a leader if you had to. You do not want to be running him as a leader, like, right now, if you do not have to. So, his super attack effects are the same as UI Goku. They both cause colossal damage or mega colossal damage to the enemy, but the important part is they have a high chance of performing a critical hit for one turn. So the way this works is they gain a 50% chance to crit for the turn, and if you perform another super attack on that turn, it stacks. So if they're able to do 2 super attacks in a turn, they'll have a 100% chance to crit on that second super attack, and then any subsequent attacks they do will also be a guaranteed crit. Passive skill is attack and defense plus 150% at the start of turn. He reduces damage received by 10% at the start of turn. He gains an additional damage reduction of 10% within the same turn with each attack received, up to 30%. So the way this works, he starts out with a baseline 10% damage reduction. Each hit he takes, up to 3 hits, will give him an additional 10% damage reduction. So, you start out with 10, you take a hit, you get 20. You take another hit, you're at 30. You take one more hit, and you're at 40 total damage reduction for that turn only. So, that's what people really don't like about this character, is that the fact that this damage reduction resets each turn. You know, I guess they were trying to get it on par with, like, UI Goku. UI Goku has that 30% defense that resets each turn, but this is just a lot slower build-up for not a lot of payoff. This is just one of those things right here that it's like, why isn't this just permanent? Like, if he just got hit 3 times and he had that 40% for the rest of battle, this guy would have aged a lot better and a lot more gracefully, and people would have thought of him a lot better if this was just permanent. But for some reason, they just decided, let's make it reset every turn. And at the time he released, it wasn't the worst thing ever. You know, maybe depending on the boss you're going up against, the first hit could do some damage to you. But after that, you really just settled into a nice tanky unit, just because this guy's defense is so high naturally. But over time, you know, he doesn't have any other multiplicative buff, and he's really just relying on raw defense and damage reduction, and that alone isn't really going to get you very far whenever that's all you have, and the damage reduction isn't even consistent. Sorry about that, had a cough. Key plus 1 with each attack performed up to 5. This is another issue. Most of the time, this guy's going to only be doing, like, 1 super attack on a turn, maybe 2. Like, maybe half the time he's doing, or, like, slightly more than half the time he's doing 2 super attacks. Or, like, just 2 attacks in general, and that's it. he can have a turn where he's going to triple super, but like bare minimum, it's going to take you 2 turns to get this ki built up, and even then, you're not going to feel the effect of it until the turn after, which is going to be like turn 5 or something. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Whereas UI Goku, he builds up with his dodge chance, so you just put him in front of a bunch of attacks, and he could have that full ki built up on his first turn, depending on the attack placement and your luck. Whereas this Vegeta, it's going to take, you know, 5 turns before you really feel the effect of this build-up. So this is really unfortunate as well. If this was like with each attack received, I think it would have been better, because again, you kind of want to put this guy in front of attacks to get this damage reduction built up. So why is this not with each attack received? It just doesn't really make much sense. And then this is the same as UI Goku, medium chance of launching an additional super attack. So that's a 30% chance on any given turn of doing an additional super attack, of which it should be a guaranteed crit, assuming you got your first super attack off. And then he has a revive. If HP is 50% or less at the start of the character's attacking turn, after the character has received 7 or more attacks in battle. Sounds like a lot, but back whenever this guy came out, the God event was the main content, and getting this was not super hard. The gods like to attack a ton in battles, so this was not really a huge issue at the time. Let's see, revives with 70% HP recovered when the character or an ally is KO'd in the turn. Again, this is kind of the thing that has allowed him to last a little bit longer in conjunction with this. He can survive pretty well with items active, and if you can get his revive off, you know, if you're just floating this guy, you can kind of just hide him a little bit. And then if you get him on a turn where it's like, oh man, we're probably going to die here, well, at least you have his revive, potentially, right? He does have an active skill that's an AoE. It's the same condition as Goku. HP has to be 50% or more, starting from the 4th turn of battle. Sadly, I've never really gotten much use out of this as an actual AoE. It seems kind of pointless. So not sure what they were going for here. Like, I get why it's an AoE, because it's the final explosion. I get that. But the condition of it being on the 4th turn of battle just means you're never going to see this in Super Battle Road, which is where you're going to get the most use out of it. So we'll try to get it in this video, but no promises. I mean, against multiple enemies. Now, Lynx, this is where another issue is going to pop up. He has Prodigies, Royal Lineage, Godly Power, Prepared for Battle, Tournament of Power, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Can somebody tell me what's wrong with this right here? Or, well, not necessarily what's wrong, but why people don't like this? I'll give you a hint. Follow my cursor. Okay. You see, I can't quite get over there, but he's missing Super Saiyan. They dropped Super Saiyan from him to give him like Godly Power or Legendary Power. I forget which one it was, but it might have been Godly Power. If I look at this guy's TUR, oh, I bumped the cord. It'll probably reconnect to here in a second. There we go. If I look at his TUR, does he have Super Saiyan? No. Does he just never have Super Saiyan? Did they just not give this guy Super Saiyan at all? They just didn't give this character Super Saiyan at all for some reason. I get that they wanted to make him, like, link well with UI Goku, but, like, what were they thinking, guys? Somebody tell me what they were cooking with that one. You know, this guy could really benefit from having Super Saiyans. Like, get rid of Prodigies and give him Super Saiyans, please. Anyway, this guy is on 18 billion categories. Powerful Comeback, Pure Saiyans, Worthy Rivals, Gifted Warriors, Reps of Universe 7, Full Power, Bond of Master and Disciple, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Universal Survival Saga, Vegeta Family, All Out Struggle, Bond of Parent and Child, Realm of God, Siblings Bond, Miraculous Awakening, and Superheroes. That is really nice for this guy. So if they make him good on his EZA, potentially next year, this guy could be really good. You know, you bump this up to 40% at the start of turn, and then you, like, keep this the same, but instead of it within the same turn, just get rid of this line right here. So bump this up to 40, get rid of this, and then bump this up a little bit, and then give him some defense on his super attack effects here. And I think this guy is going to be a huge buff for some of these teams. So, his stats are really high. Again, like, this is ridiculous. And with his 8th anniversary equips active, look at his defense at 17,000. I mean, that's just absolutely insane. You know, unlike UI Goku, this guy can actually make use of his 8th anniversary equips, which is really nice. We do like to see that. In terms of linking partners, this Evolution Blue Vegeta right here is kind of Red Zone viable. He came out right at the beginning. He was like the Saiyan Day after Red Zone dropped. So he's not like a Red Zone dominator, but he can be used in some stages. This guy just got his EZA on JP. Sadly, he kind of sucks until he gets into this blue form, but once he gets there, he's solid. The UI Gokus, again, if they're dodging, they're fine. If they're not, you're going to lose because of them. This unit is waiting for an easy A. You know, this unit already has easy aid, so he's kind of fallen off. This guy's okay. You can definitely run him. And that's about it on this list. So, in terms of linking partners, you know, he's got some decent ones. The nice thing is that he does just have Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, which you're going to be able to get with a lot of Saiyan units. And then just Royal Lineage is a nice Vegeta family link, so it does give Ki as well. So we're going to get it with Vegeta and Trunks in this video. This is a nice link. It's another one that you want to get to link level 10 because it does give you a nice effect. Prodigies gives 15% attack. I accidentally clicked on Tournament Power, but it gives you 3 keys, 7% attack and defense. Another one that you want to get to link level 10. Godly Power gives them a 5% chance to crit and 15 attack. Prepared for Battle. Another one you're going to want to get to link level 10 because it gives defense. And then Fierce Battle gives 20% attack, and Legendary Power gives 15% attack. So, we're going to go ahead and hop into a showcase here. Real quick, this is his build. Only a little bit of dodge, just because I didn't change this guy's build at all from whenever I initially had him. So he's at 26 additional, 6 crit. The only equip that I don't have on him that's from the 8th anniversary is this one. I left his extra additional on here because I didn't want to replace that. But if you guys want to just give him the raw defense, I think that's fine. It's up to you. But we are getting the extra defense here from this equip and here, and we're at like 17,000. I just didn't think that the extra defense from this was really going to save him that much, so I just left the additional on in the event that hopefully whenever he gets his easy A, you know, having this additional will still benefit him more from having that extra defense and crits. So, I kind of already showed the team that I have built, but we are on a superhero setup. Mostly, I just want to run him next to this Vegeta and Trunks, who are going to be able to protect slot 1 for him. And then he's just going to sit comfortably in slot 2, and he'll have Royal Lineage, Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power active, which I think will work out well for him. So this is the team we're going to run. We're also going to be floating Pan. Pan is a superhero and Bond of Parent and Child or Bond of Master and Disciple category. Ally support, which, you know, Vegeta is on all 3 of those categories, which is nice. And then, you know, MVP 17 also gives Ki and defense support. So a lot of support here, lots of things to make us go well. We're going to go ahead and hop into the showcase here. All right, everybody, we're hopping into the showcase stage here against Red Zone Bojack. I figured this would be a decent spot to attempt being the key word, to get this guy's active skill because, you know, we are up against multiple enemies here at the beginning. So again, we will attempt to get that. Vegeta is here linked up with Vegeta and Trunks. They do share 4 links: Royal Lineage, Fierce Battle, Prepared for Battle, and Legendary Power. So that is going to get Vegeta both of his key links active, which is going to be nice. Not a lot to say here. Vegeta is at 224k defense, and that is it. That's all the defense he has. He has 10% damage reduction, and he can build up to 40% with each attack he receives. Again, he needs to get hit 3 times at the full damage reduction, so we'll see how he does here. His second hit on the turn is against a physical enemy, so he'll only have 20% damage reduction against that character, so, you know, it is what it is. We'll see. I'm not expecting great things here, though, so, you know, let's be on the lookout. But hopefully we can keep some of these guys alive until turn 4, which will be the next rotation that we have him on, and we can actually see him get his AoE super attack. That would be really nice. One really good thing about his AoE that is kind of underrated is that it works like Piccolo Jr. So every time it actually hits an enemy, it counts as doing an attack. So let's say hypothetically, you go, or let's say you're up against 5 enemies on turn 4 with this guy. Then whenever you use his active skill, it would actually build up all of his ki on his first turn. Alright, so we only got 1 super attack there. He only took 30k. How much does he take from this super attack? Only 155k, but keep in mind that Bujin there is debuffed a little bit from last turn. I did have Orange Piccolo last turn super him, so he was debuffed a little bit. But, I mean, honestly, that wasn't the worst damage ever. So if we can just kind of make it through this first phase, I think we'll be okay. We'll see how things go. Keep in mind we need to get hit 7 times, so 4 more times in order to actually use his revive. Another nice thing is that we're on the Orange Piccolo team, and we do have quite a bit of health here, so we will do this for now. We'll keep God Goku on rotation, just for now. Let's do... I do want to kind of spread out damage a little bit here, so let's attack Zangia. Let's seal you. And then let's have you just keep Goku debuffed as well. We should have 17's full passive active here, so he should be fine. We'll go ahead and float him off. So on the next turn, we're going to have Vegeta with Pan's support, and we should have all 4 of these guys alive still, I think. So we'll be able to see his active skill at full force, essentially. Okay, Piccolo. All right, buddy, you could have not additionaled there. That would have been fine. Hopefully nobody else dies on this turn. I don't think anybody else has the juice to do that. I don't think. I guess we're going to find out. Orange Piccolo really just said, here you go. We're just blew Zangia away. I was not expecting that, if you can't tell. I was really just hoping that he would do maybe like half of her health, but no, he just said, here you go. Hold this for me. All right, here we go. This is going to be a great use of Vegeta's active skill, so let's go ahead and play this. Alright, there we go with Vegeta. So now you can notice that his ki is a lot higher, and also his shirt is off. He does have the costume change mechanic where, you know, if he uses his active skill, it makes him shirtless, you know, just like in the Tournament of Power. So he is shirtless now. We have shirtless Vegeta out. Nothing changes other than he just doesn't have a shirt on. But you can notice his ki is a lot higher now. That's because attacking these 3 enemies with the active skill boosted his ki up to now he has the full 5 ki built up. Or, well, actually he only has 4 of the 5 ki built up, right? Because we only did 1 super attack last turn, and then he got 3 attacks off here technically, so now we have 4 of his 5 ki built up. So he's pretty much good to go. We're going to keep Vegeta and Trunks here in slot 1. They're going to be just fine. We should get an attack off with Vegeta here. It's going to be pretty powerful, assuming Vegeta and Trunks don't triple super, which they could. You can see with Pan's support here, he's up to 270k defense, which, again, isn't really going to be enough, but for the purposes of this, it should give him some survivability, where I'm not too concerned about him getting one shot. If we took a super attack from, like, Bojack's next phase, I might be a little bit concerned, but overall, that doesn't really concern me too much here. Alright, Vegeta and Trunks, if you would let Vegeta get a super attack off here, that would be great. Nice, that's very kind of you. This shouldn't do any damage. This guy's debuffed. Yeah, and Vegeta and Trunks are fully built up. Alright, so he's up to 5.3 million. Again, this is a 50% chance to crit, and he could do 2 more. So we'll see here what he wants to do. There's 1. Alright, here's number 2. Nice. Again, so this is a guaranteed crit, because he got 2 supers. Those 50% chances stack on each other, and this is a guaranteed crit. Overall, Vegeta's looking great in the showcase so far, but we are only up against Bojack's minions. Now we got Bojack to actually deal with here. So we'll see how things go now. Alright, we're going to do this. This God Goku's, you know, great now because he has his full damage reduction. The friend Piccolo is built up more than mine. That's why I put him in slot 1. Mine should be fine after he super attacks, but yeah, in the event this happened, I wanted the friend here in slot 1 since he is fully built up. This will still probably do a little bit of damage to us, but it shouldn't kill us. Oh, it did a lot of damage to us. Okay. I was not expecting that. I'll be honest with you. I did not realize this Bojack hit that hard. We might have to use an item next turn just to heal. We will see. Assuming we survive, I don't know how much damage my Piccolo is going to take, because, again, he hasn't done anything up to this point. Has he been hit even once? I don't think so, so we will see. This is kind of the unfortunate thing where, you know, Orange Piccolo kind of wants to be run on rotation in slot 2. But, I mean, he can be a floater as long as he kind of gets built up early, but we weren't able to build him up and keep Vegeta and Trunks and my Vegeta together. How much does this do? Okay, he's at double digits. That's good. Oh, man. I was going to say, if we survive this turn, which, you know, Vegeta and Trunks are... Let's use Vegeta and Trunks' active skill. This will give us a defense boost, and then these int orbs should heal us enough to, like, have us survive. So let's go ahead and use their active skill. Actually, I'm just going to skip it. This video is already long enough. I looked down at the timer and I went, 20 minutes. Let's just skip it. So this gives them guaranteed crits, which is really nice. And then now they're at 800k defense. Vegeta's at 376. Again, keep in mind he is getting support from 17 here. And then now they have their active skill active. So Vegeta should be fine. As long as he doesn't get supered in the middle. And then, yeah, that healing helped us out a ton. We'll grab this. We'll heal some more. We do have Tournament of Power active here, so he's pretty much at full power. The only thing we're missing is Prodigies, which we're really not ever going to see active. And Godly Power, which just gives a little bit more attack and crit. But overall, he's at his full defense here, so that's good to see. Again, nice of Vegeta and Trunks to give us their active skills so that we can heal. They are kind of confined to slot 1 now because their, 5-turn buff is worn off, but it is what it is. It's fine because I don't really want to run Vegeta in slot 1 anyway, so what we're doing here is absolutely fine. Here comes... Oh, nope, they're getting an additional. That's good. Again, everything they do on this turn is a guaranteed crit. Vegeta has a 50% chance to crit, so if he wants to double super for us, that would be great. Okay, this is really good. They're not going to take damage from Bojack. Sorry. You got your one cheap shot in last turn. That was the only shot you had. Okay, Vegeta at 4.8. You can definitely tell his attack stat is down here because we don't have Pan on rotation, giving that huge support that she gives Vegeta. There we go. Can we get one more, buddy? No, that's okay. But he is at double digits. This is a ton of support, I am definitely juicing this guy way more than I did UI Goku. But with UI Goku, I think it's a lot easier to show, like, this guy, it's very simple. If he's dodging, he's fine. Vegeta, if you build the entire team around him, he can survive, but you don't really want to do that. Okay, who'd you lock? We can work with this, but I'm not going to. We're going to use an item here. Again, the purpose of this is just a showcase. I'm not really trying to, literally my only purpose here is to show that Vegeta can be used in, like, these tough fights if you kind of build around him. That's all I'm really going for here. So we'll grab this, and then we just need to make sure that Pan super attacks, so we'll grab those. That'll work out just fine. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad that I used the item. Pan could have potentially dodged this, but I'm glad that, Goku here is taking it and not anybody else. So that's very good. The rest of this rotation is safe. I'm not even really sure if Vegeta would take damage from that. We'll see him next turn without any support. We'll have Orange Piccolo, Vegeta and Trunks, and Vegeta on rotation again. So we will be up against Bojack with no support. Hopefully we can get one turn against Bojack with support. It'll be with Pan support the next time she comes around. So if we can make it to turn 10, then we'll have Vegeta with Pan support. I'm afraid we're not going to make it there, but it is possible. So we will try. We'll see what happens. Okay, Pan, any day you want to dodge. There you go. Thank you, honey. Whew. Oh, no, he hit the cord again. Give me a second. All right, we're using an item here to get rid of the lock because Piccolo is in slot 1. Now, this is awfully convenient. I am tempted to put Vegeta in slot 1, but that's not a smart play. But we're going to do it just out of fairness to show Vegeta. So let's see how he does here. 224k defense, 10% damage reduction at the start of turn. Vegeta and Trunks, putting them in slot 2 like this is a little risky, but, we'll make do. The only reason that this is going to come back to bite us is if, like, next rotation... Really, it's not, actually. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so he's at 19k. We're going to watch this go down. And now he's at double digits. So, I mean, he's kind of a player here in this Bojack fight. I mean, honestly, he looks good. I can't really complain. If he wants to, like, triple super, triple crit for us, that would be really nice. Ask and you shall receive, maybe? Assuming that this is his passive one, we have a 50% chance to do one more attack. Okay. No telling which one that was, but double super, double crit turn is pretty good. I mean, Bojack is a tough boss. I mean, he's definitely not... He's probably still top 10, right? It's probably, like, Omega, Sin or Broly... And then, like, Metal Cooler Core. And then maybe Bojack. Maybe the Gammas. It's probably actually the Gammas. Well, Cell Max is in there, too. The Fearsome Activation Cell Max. He's in there. The Gammas are in there. would I say Bojack is harder than the Red Zone Cell Max fight? That's the question. I don't know. I might have to do a difficult bosses tier list tomorrow. Well, for you guys, it will be. For you guys, it would be Friday. We'll think about that. We will consider that. I kind of want to use Orange Piccolo just so that my rotations aren't just like uber boned, but we'll leave it like this. This is fine. As long as 17 doesn't get supered, we'll be okay here. So, I probably should have saved those for next turn, but it's fine. Okay, so assuming that Bojack survives this turn, we'll be able to see Vegeta one more time with some juiced support. So that'll be good. Let me know what you guys thought about Vegeta in this run. Don't think I could have asked for a better showcase run. I thought everything went really well. So if you guys got this guy, let me know how he performs for you, if you found any use for him. But I mean, clearly he's still got it to be able to hang in with some of these bosses here. Oh, okay. Whew. For some reason, I thought he was supering 17 there. And just that load really freaked me out. But yeah, I mean, again, clearly he's hanging in with these red zone bosses, and Bojack is probably a top 10 hardest boss in the game right now. So I mean, that's good, and that's really good. So let me know what you guys think. It seems like you can still find use for this guy, and I think that's really good. It's important whenever you pull characters for them to not be a complete waste in your box, right? Tell me that's a seal and not a lock. Okay, well, well, Pan, it's time to dodge, honey. It would have been really nice if we fell below, like, I actually kind of wish he had supered 17 now on that last turn, because then maybe we could have gotten, the revive here, potentially. Let's see. Come on, Pan. Okay, there we go. My Pan is built full dodge, so that's good. There we go. Thank you, Pan. I think Pan's gonna, no, she's not, because she's sealed. Okay. This is a dodge? Yeah, there we go. Vegeta's going to finish it off here with the Dokkan attack and the, super attack. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you found any use for Vegeta. I appreciate all of you watching. Again, thank you for all of your support during the 8th anniversary. I really appreciate all of you. I'm going to try to get these videos out, but I don't know when Kale is dropping. And as soon as Kale drops, I have to start getting videos for her up. So I don't think I'm going to do these videos for the Blue Fusions just because I've kind of already done World Tour showcases with the Blue Fusions, and I feel like, people have already kind of determined that they're really good. So I don't really need to show you that. There we go. We get the KO screen to end it off. So, and then I don't think I'll do anybody else on the banner. So I think this is going to wrap up the So You Summoned series, unless somebody really wants me to do another unit on the banner that I haven't done. But I mean, you can see right here. Vegeta held his own. We got the KO screen against Bojack. And it's not like we were hiding him the entire time either. And it's not like this team was unrealistic. This was like a real run. So, let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to catch you guys next time.